Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Hey guys, welcome back to Wednesday. We'll call it food for thought, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Just want to share today with you. I'm going to talk about heartbreak, failure, pushing forward through defeats, through setbacks, all that kind of stuff. As I'm sitting here recording this, going through some major life changes. A lot of things have happened in the last 2 months, losing jobs, losing, love partners, spouses, whatever you want to call it. And, I've been reflecting all morning, what is failure? What is, burning the boats, taking the leaps, really putting yourself out there, telling the truth, and really making the tough choices. And, I can only relate to me. In the last 2 years, I've had a wild ride. I've got sober from being an alcoholic. I've lost $20,000 when I started a business that I thought was going to be my forever job. On and on and on. Got laid off from work. In the process of getting a divorce right now. So, a lot of these emotions are raw. So I wanted to record this because, this podcast is not about me. It's way bigger than me. And, I'm going to respect the private life of me and my wife. So I won't talk on that too much. But just know that, through the pain, through the tough conversations, through the struggles, there's beauty on the other side. There's reborn. There's, starting a new chapter. There is, really tapping into who you are as a person, and who you want to be. And, my new favorite line is imperfect action equals great results. And, I have been knocked down, so many times, drug addictions, alcoholism, now divorce, so on and so on, started multiple businesses, failed many times, but that's who I am. It makes up who I am, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And, everybody's so worried about perfection. They're worried about, is this the right thing? Do I have enough knowledge? I don't know, I don't have that answer for you. But what I do know is that you have to try. You have to go, you have to do. And so if this hits anybody in the right spot at the right time, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be the right time. But what I do know is, through all of this, I have stacked on stronger versions of myself. I have come back stronger and harder and more clear on my vision. And each time I rip apart an old version of myself, each time I tear down an old idea of myself, I come back clean, pure, and reborn. And that's what this last month has been for me. I was on the West Coast, spending a lot of time by myself, doing a lot of deep work, some spiritual journeys. And, in order to truly seek the life that you need, you have to surrender. And there are multiple parts of you as a person who are fighting it. You're fighting your boss, your spouse, your coworkers. You're fighting everything. And what you're refusing to do is you're refusing to look in the mirror. And you got to understand the only game we're playing here is you versus you. That's it. And you can sit here for the rest of your life, for the next 50 years, and blame everybody else. But it's not until you look in the mirror, it's not until you address your faults, it's not until you make a statement that I fucked up many a times, multiple times, but I'm not going to give up, because I guarantee you that I will create the life. I will construct the life that I desire, and nobody will get in my way. And so I want you to ask yourself, what's getting in your way? Because it's not your coworkers, it's not your spouse, it's not your boss, it's not this, that, the other, the government. It's not that. It's you. And that's hard. It's extremely hard. I've sat here and basically cried all morning because I'm heartbroken. Because I know I couldn't be the husband that she needed anymore. And that's okay. It's okay. Because we must set the ones we love free. Going through this is not easy. But, we're both in a great place, and it's a gift for both of us. We're so much more healthier in our lives already. And it was an extremely amicable conversation. We actually sat and talked for the first time in a long time, cracking jokes and really respecting our time together, and not covering it up with nastiness or bitterness or fighting or whatever the fuck you want to call it, because we respect each other as people and our time together. So if you allow yourself to take ownership of your problems and address your issues, and I've got some work to do, I've got some mountains to climb, but I guarantee you that I'm going to climb those fucking mountains, because that's what I do. And nobody will stop me. And I just want, and I hope this message sits well with somebody, because you need to take control of your fucking life. Seriously. Stop blaming external forces. Stop blaming the cat. Stop blaming the government. Stop blaming your job, and look inwards. And if you're turning this message off, it means because I'm shedding a mirror on yourself that you're not comfortable with. And in order to truly get to where you need to go on the other side, which is glory, beauty, peace in the soul, you have to look inward. It's the only way to go. I've got 20 years of brutalness, but I know that I am set and I'm poised to impact so many lives. And I can't thank y'all enough for listening to this podcast. It's been a dream of mine forever. And I just hope that this message finds you well. And, my promise to you is that I will continue to dig deep. I will continue to be more authentic on this podcast than I've ever been before, because in order to truly seek the things we desire, we have to bring them into the light. We can't hide them anymore. If you have a drug addiction, if you have alcoholism, you're probably lying to yourself. Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, I did that shit for 20 fucking years. It's worse than you think. If you've ever had a thought, I need to put down the drugs, I need to put down the porn, I need to put down this, and I'm not perfect, then you should probably give it a shot. And so I just wanted to leave you this message. That's me, extremely raw. And, I just thank you all so much. I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.